So I'm outside, drinking my coffee as usual. Haven't washed my face, brushed my teeth, or my hair. And I have the lovely Krusty sitting in my lap, getting pets. And today I was going to come and talk about numerology and the synchronicity of numbers. And when I went to go pick up my phone to make this video, the time was 9:09, which is very, very fitting because 9 is a number of completion and 0 is a number of new. And in some circumstances, it can also mean things are going to happen very quickly. And you're going to have to make choices very quickly. I've seen that one take shape too. I've had a wonderful 2 months of numbers. The number 20, the number 10 keeps coming up. But I was on a journey that was 2 parts, 2 20-day journeys, back to back, with a rest day in the middle. And 20 plus 20 is 40. And when I realized that, the first thing that popped into my head was 40 days and 40 nights. 20 is a number of completion through hardship. It refers to the Israelites wandering through the wilderness for 20 years. And so, this journey started. Well, the journey didn't start. I was prepared for the journey. In January, late January, I watched this video on YouTube. And she was talking about a book. What was it called? I never pause, but I need to know the name of the book. I never pause, but I needed to know the name of the book. Because whenever I think of it, all I can think of is the word of the gods. It's called Astonishment of the Gods. I don't know. I'm gonna buy it today. But in January, she was talking about this part in this book where it's a book about this man. I've never read it. I'm just telling you what this girl on YouTube was speaking of. This man wants to go to an invisible city, and he's guided there, but he's guided to the end of this grassy cliff. And he's told that there is a bridge, but it's invisible because the city is invisible. And basically, he has to take a step of faith onto the bridge. And the bridge will be underneath his foot every step that he takes. And he takes this journey across this bridge where he can't see where he's going. He doesn't see anything under his foot before he takes the step. He just has to have faith that there will be. And he gets to the end. The guide disappears, goes across the bridge, but because the bridge is invisible, the guide becomes invisible going across the bridge. And when he gets to the other side of the bridge, which all these things happen on the bridge, his guide says, I knew you would make it. So this video popped up and very much spoke to me. And over the course of this 40-day journey, every step of the way, I kept having to remind myself that where I go to step, the path will appear under my foot, and I don't have to be afraid. And it was a journey of learning to follow my heart, and follow, which was also learning that my heart is directly connected to my intuition. And in this journey, I learned that when I move from my heart space, when I'm open with my feelings, when I connect to myself and my feelings, I'm also standing in my power, which is a very opposite idea than what I grew up with. I always believed that to operate from your heart space, to be in touch with your feelings and openly share them, made you vulnerable. They don't. That's standing in your power. It makes you strong. It makes you strong. So, the numbers involved in this. On February 25th, I felt called to go and see when this had started. So I went into my phone and saw it started on February 5th, and it had been exactly 20 days. And then after that 20 days of journey, there was a rest day. And then the day after the rest day, I watched a video that said the next 20 days I was going to be on a journey that would completely internally change me. So I marked down the date in my calendar. The date, I think, was the 18th. What's today? Yeah, that's right. The date that I had written down in my calendar was the 18th of when this 20-day journey would be done. And it was an entire lesson made up of 2 parts of 20 days. And yeah, I have completely changed. You wouldn't see it on the outside, but I have completely changed. I now don't feel the need to move through the world with logic. I now see how beautiful it is and how important it is, and how it lightens up all of your chakras to move through this world from your heart space, and how you truly are vulnerable when you move through the world with logic. But when you move through the world from your heart space, from touching your feelings and being honest with them, with yourself and others about them, that activates. So that's your heart chakra and your throat chakra. That activates your solar plexus, which is your personal power. I will forever be a different person and absolutely love it. Love you all.